Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Yeah, sure thing, we'll leave you alone. But can you open the door? Really good negotiation tactics there, Makoto. What's cracking, peeps? It's Jax, and we're back with Danganronpa. We're going around with this douchebag, trying to find out who murdered Chihiro. And I'm excited. Let's, right, so he doesn't want us around anymore, so we can leave now. Okay, we can't leave yet, there's still more to find. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend? Is Genocide Jack right? There's nobody else it could be. Oh, see, he's throwing off the scent. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he'd keep thousands of people, but that's just got to be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. So what, can I go now? And now he's just repeating what he said. How do I leave this room? Oh, and I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really? Hey, who said that? Who said that? Oh, big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
But it's an emergency. Come, please, you gotta help. Okay, what's going on?
Please.
You got what? What? It's an emergency. Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself. He said it! He said it!
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Here we go. Toko acting weird. Oh, look. Oh, okay. She's freaking out in there. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Yeah, sure thing, we'll leave you alone. But can you open the door? Really good negotiation tactics there, Makoto.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh, is it like an alter ego of hers? Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that about? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. What did she do? I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Like from her mind. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think that the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Nah. Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? This guy right here. Do you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
You're going to talk to Byakuya? Wow. I guess you can be a nice guy when you want to. So she won't answer the door for him because she likes him, obviously.
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Byakuya.
Byakuya.
Okay, so she's not talking. Okay, sometimes I can't tell when the voice lines are coming in or not. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. Oh! This just got interesting, guys. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slams shut. A promise. Even Byakuya can pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. Oh, nah, mate.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
It's so obvious that he's trying to play the detective on his own case. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally brought me to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. See, he set it all up. I bet he set something up in the archive room or something to make us think it's someone else. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. On the other side of this door, it's the archive. Hurry up and go inside.
Let's go.
Okay. Whoa, there's so many books in this archive.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. So, why are we here? If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Okay, right. Story time, guys. Here we go. Okay, so here's what happened. Byakuya, the other day, when we had tons of free time, was sitting here reading tons of books about Genocide Jack and how he murdered people and stuff. So he's like, right, maybe I can convince everyone that it was an outside source somehow. So he enlists the help of Toko because he was aware that Toko liked him from the little library incident, and he asks for her help because she'll do anything. And they made a promise, so they took one of they either swapped the keys, the keys to get into the locker room or whatever. He grabbed the weight and bludgeoned Chihiro with it at night, and then strung her up to look exactly like a Genocide Jack murder. Something like that. Toko's in on it, and Toko... It could well have been Toko that did it, but I don't think she... Just from how she looks, I don't think she'd have picked up that weight and been able to have done the damage on Chihiro that maybe Byakuya could have done. That's just my thinking so far. Let me know what you think happened in the comments, guys, and then we can all find out together that we're all wrong at the class trial. There's a wooden box. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Oh, how interesting. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful when I was in the library. An extension cord for what? The lamp, of course. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Riveting. Those documents are dangerous. Why is that? They detail all of the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. My favourite conspiracy. The Patriots. But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
What?
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. To become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. Oh, that's not weird, is it? I record this whole video without a freaking face cam. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favourites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarise the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second, they were strung up. Yeah. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. No! So he's just, him and Toko have emulated the death. That's what's going on here. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other
The
words,
culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That's right, there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. He's among us. I don't think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen. See, he's showing us aspects of the kill, but not everything. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees, oh my god. Alright, so what am I looking for? Do I have to just talk to him again? Could you let me see it?
that's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay. Why do I have to just go back and talk to him? Why not just do it? Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. How interesting. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hands stopped. I had reached a page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jacks ran on for several pages. They all got scissors though, or is that the same guy? One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. Bloodlust. Interesting choice for the word though. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. That face. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. I wonder if he's edited these files. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at a scene, but when they did leave they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behaviour suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Okay. So he used Toko and now he's going to pin the blame on her.
So in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. So we got Genocide Jack's case file.
let's go.
Okay. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Yeah, man. He's setting Toko up. That's how it's going down. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
Time to play with you.
Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility of yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. He thinks he's got this all sewn up. Nah, mate. This is him. Okay, right. I'm gonna be smart about this. Hang on, let's save it. Hey, look, it's me. I redid the recording. I turned the camera on. He's pushing this idea that it's this Genocide Jack, and obviously a potentially dissociative personality. And with the way Toko's been acting, I don't know. Maybe even this sounds stupid, but maybe even Toko likes Byakuya to the point that she said she would take the fall for him, or something like that. And she's play acting this whole Genocide Jack thing. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
Feel as if
Another step increased for me. What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breaths from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Who? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy. Like, oh, is that Celeste? So where is Celeste now? Yeah, the warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time not there. We're going to the boys. Just curious. Oh, what's this? There's a strange stain on the carpet. Interesting. There's a strange stain on the carpet. There's a picture. Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. What does that mean? Is it popular with the girls? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Makoto? So there's literally nothing in the swimming pool. Hi, Chihiro. Right. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. So, sorry, like, you're in this place. Like, what do you have to do? Do you have to go to the toilet? Okay, fair enough. She has to go to the toilet. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. She does that thing where she knows already what's going on, but she doesn't want to tell you. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. I'll be praying for your success. At least the finger won't be pointed at us this time. Let's take another look at the body, and Chihiro's handbook is missing. Wicked. What's the bet that that'll be in Toko's room? Let's examine the body. I do have my limits. Right. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used... Sure, it's not like the cable extension or something. In a kind of crucifix position. Huh? Oh my god, it actually is! It's the freaking extension cable. So that box probably had loads in. Oh dear. This rope has a plug. So this isn't rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? It's because it's not Genocide Jack. One more thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. There's a certain place I need to revisit and look over. It might help to look at those files one more time. What's going on with you, Sakura? Chihiro's presence here was especially weak, her body and her soul. To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast would do such a thing? I cannot forgive this. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like that. Okay, so they're implying that the posters are in the different rooms. They're implying that the posters are in the different rooms. Okay, here we go. They're implying the posters are in the different rooms because they were in different rooms. So what happened was that Chihiro was bludgeoned in the boys' locker room. So the handbooks weren't necessarily exchanged, and Toko just let in. Oh no, it said only one person could be in at a time. So how did they get Chihiro in here? I'm not sure. Oh, but that reminds me, the poster is in the other locker room. There's definitely something strange about this. There's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Yes. Because this is trying to set up the thing that she was murdered in the girls' locker room. And not in the boys'. Let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
I can't really say. I never really paid attention to any posters. But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. Oh, that's what that is. A stain. I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. Oh, right, in the girls' locker room, sorry. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Okay. Hello, Celeste. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Why? Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before night time.
Hmm?
Ah,
What are you doing out this late?
so because she wanted to train on her own.
Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps? What? How did you know?
The bag.
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying. Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Yeah. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Oh, wait. There's the nighttime rule, but then there's the nighttime rule that she made up, which is no one out of their rooms at nighttime. And she wasn't bothering. I'm guessing she broke that rule, not Monokuma's rule. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. The strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which should mean the killer had gotten rid of it somehow. Okay. Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out, and she keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimming, I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry, I'm going to head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that's one big regret. Okay. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused because she just didn't feel comfortable in her own body. I guess she was insecure. Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with it? Not necessarily. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The lawsuit. No. The lamp won't turn on. I see it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But the last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Byakuya was using an extension cord. How convenient. It's all coming together now, eh? I'm going to take another look at the genocide chart. I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone! Oh, of course. Byakuya. Why would Byakuya do that? Like, no, what? I should say. Why would Byakuya show us the genocide Jack stuff in the first place? Just to make us think that... Okay, just to point the blame on Toko for her. Maybe he found out that Toko had dissociative personality disorder, maybe.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
That was pretty quick.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class.
I didn't go back and talk to
You
Hifumi.
remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red. See you soon.
Begin the class trial or it's about to... Okay, well I have no choice. Okay, well we are going to save it here, guys. I know the class trial is the best bit, but it also goes on forever, and I have to. It would be a whole video on its own. But yeah, sort of pre-trial thoughts in that it's Byakuya, but he got Toko's help to actually do it. He murdered her in the boys' locker room. Maybe. I don't know, because there's a blood stain on the floor in the boys' locker room, but why? Maybe that's to do with when the posters were switched? I'm not so sure. Anyway, yeah, Byakuya did it. It's pretty obvious it's going that way. It'll be one of him or Toko. It's not going to be anyone else. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me, guys, because it really does help me out. And if you are new here, do feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and check out some of the other videos I've got going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.